So yeah, let's go to the next thing, which is general examination. So in general examination, it's a nightmare to most students, but I'm going to make it a walk in the park. So what is the general exam? General exam is the basic head to toe assessment of the patient. But it just doesn't end up here. If you think there are other things which you actually see before your eyes which can influence the diagnosis of your patient, then feel free to say it out. For example, you can have a patient who's having normal saline coming down, cannulated on the right hand with a large bore cannula, having normal saline 500 mils running, but at the same time our patient is catheterized and the urine is Coca-Cola color and it has drained something like only 200 mils of urine towards them. So from this information you can see the severity of this patient, like the catheter being just the urine being Coca-Cola type and 200 mils in the past 24 hours. Definitely you must start thinking something wrong with the kidneys. And that's just because of the small data that you managed to give us on general exam. So how am I supposed to present now the general exam? If the patient was in this case, I would start with the statement, my patient is cannulated on the right hand with a green large bore cannula and running with normal saline 500 mils. And also my patient has a urinary catheter in situ, draining 200 mils of urine past 24 hours, which is Coca-Cola type in shape, in color I mean. So after that, what else do you go? You go to the head to toe assessment. So head to toe now. So you start by saying the patient maybe is alert, but is ill looking, cachexic, and febrile. You see. And then the head assessment of the head. So the head, you assess many stuff. You start with the hair. You can talk about the hair distribution. You can talk about the hair being easily plucked off and the texture of the hair. After that, you can go to assess the eyes. So what I would normally advise you to say this, with the aid of my pen touch, I did the bilateral examination of both of the eyes, and I found there are no signs of paleness, conjunctiva, and no signs of yellowish discoloration out jaundice pars sclera. And I also found there are no signs of any injury or trauma, together with no signs of any discharge from the patient. And then from the eyes, I go steadily to the nostrils. So with the aid of the pen touch, I did the bilateral examination of both nostrils. On the out part, I found that there are no signs of any injury. On the inner parts, I found that there are no signs of any discharge, no signs of any foreign body, no signs of any polyps. You see, after that, I go straight to my ears. With the aid of my pen touch, I did the bilateral examination of the ears, and I found there are no signs of any discharge, no signs of any injury, no signs of any polyps. I'm done. After that, I go to the oral cavity. So you have to inspect both the inner and the outer. So on the outer part of the oral cavity, but there's no angular cheilitis, no angular stomatitis. And then with the aid of the pen touch, I opened the oral cavity and inspected the inner parts. Well, I found that there are no signs of cyanosis, no signs of oral thrush, no signs of paleness in the tongue, and there are no signs of dental caries, together with no signs of, together with no more dental formula. You see. So you are basically done. These are the tiny things, details which actually mean a lot. And then after that, what else do we do? After that, we go to lymph node assessment. So most of you people normally like say, there was no peripheral lymph node enlargement. Come on, as long as you're still learning, you're supposed to tell us the lymph nodes that you have examined. So I would say I did a lymph node examination. and found the following details. And found the preauricular and the postauricular lymph nodes were not enlarged. Examined the occipital, submandibular, submental, axillary, inguinal, and I found that they were not enlarged. So you mention as many lymph nodes as you can. And then after that, you go to assessment of the upper limbs. So you look for finger clubbing, and then you look for Osler's nodes, you look for capillary refill, and then you also look for pelvis papilla. And after that, you go to the lower limbs. So I did a bilateral examination of the lower limbs, and I found there are no signs of any swelling, trauma, or yes, cellular trauma. So in case if there's any swelling, you're supposed to tell us where. Is it the tibial, ankle? Is it pitting or non-pitting? So these are the basic things that you should have in your general exam. If you write this, you're in for business.